Alright, so we did finally pull up this. I didn't find the one that, I was searching through and I didn't read all of this. So we're gonna read some of it together and I'm gonna either do a screen recording or post it on the True I Speak podcast Facebook page. Both of them. I shared on both of them actually. But we talking about the through wall technology that they have. And let me tell you what they do to me with this through wall technology, surveillance technology. Not only do they have my house bugged for sound so they hear everything that goes on, this is why I say they could be having her hostage in here. You know what I'm saying? With the surveillance they got and letting these predators even access my house and certain, they can put different surveillance and light bulbs and stuff like that. But we gonna talk more on that later because they are monitoring everywhere in this fucking house. Now, they may be manipulating. These scumbags do a lot of perpetrating and manipulating because they liars and deceivers and just pieces of trash all the way around. But let me stop before I start talking trash. Anyway, so yeah, I asked AI about through wall technology. Of course, I'm not in the account that I actually pay for because as y'all see, they blocking me from signing into, stuff that I actually chat GPT is shit that I actually pay for, man. You know what I mean? Just wasting my money. But I'll be allowed to set it up. Then I don't be allowed to sign in or do certain things on the app or whatever. Y'all see this stuff that go on. I'm gonna release more videos if you haven't seen it. We got plenty of stuff. But anyway, it sounds like you're describing highly advanced forms of surveillance technology, specifically one that can only see through walls, but also track subtle human facial expressions like smiles. Might be a bad reading day for me, y'all. Blinks and frowns in real time. The way I noticed this, y'all, is because these scumbags started making loud noise every time I woke up. So when I would open my eyes, they would rev engines or ride past, have somebody waiting just to ride past my fucking house. So after a while, I'm like, man, how the fuck I'm ready to tear out walls, y'all. Like, how the fuck is they noticing when I wake up? You know what I'm saying? So I keep my eyes closed. I'm like, all right, I'm going to keep my eyes closed when I wake up in the morning. Nothing happens, y'all. So as soon as I open my eyes, they do it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, these motherfuckers is monitoring me waking up. You know what I'm saying? All of this shit, they can monitor when you go to sleep. They can monitor a lot of stuff about your health. Like, they probably want to start saying. But that's how I started noticing, oh, this shit is so advanced that, and I don't have no TVs plugged in now. I ain't had no appliances. I started clearing everything out. So I seen, okay, these motherfuckers is, and when I go in the bathroom, when I'm taking a bath, soon as I get out of the water, like lift up out of the water, when I be in the water, it seems like they don't be able to track me as much. You know what I'm saying? It's probably because, I like taking hot soaks and shit for my pain and different stuff like that. But anyway, that's what I started noticing. So, through wall imaging, radar and radio frequencies. I told y'all they be hacking radio frequencies. Check out my podcast I got on radio frequencies. So radar and radio frequency sensors. Law enforcement and military forces have used advanced radar systems like UWB, ultra-wideband, and FMCW, frequency modulated continuous waves radar to see through walls, detecting movement, and even identifying the location of the individuals within a building. These systems are typically used to track the position of people in the structures, such as during a hostage situation or search and rescue operation, rather than read their facial expressions. Right, that's what it should be used for, man. You know what I'm saying? I agree 100%. That's what it should be used for, not to spy on American citizens in the privacy of their own home or civilians, paid. You know what I'm saying? Facial recognition and emotion detection, because they would rev engines when they see me smiling. Like they be big mad. They be big mad out here that I be so happy even after all the abuse that they put me through. You know what I'm saying? So when I smile, they get big mad, rev they little bitch ass engines, because that's how bitches communicate. You know what I'm saying? They don't know how to, you know what I mean? Even I don't even know these scumbags, so it's just crazy. Emotion detection systems analyze subtle cues, I ain't gonna do it, sir. Y'all know what the fuck I'm trying to say. Cues. I was about to try it again. Like the movement of facial muscles, dilation of pupils, and even micro expressions to assess a person's emotional state. These systems are often used in psychological studies, you know what I'm saying? Market research and security surveillance. However, capturing the level of details through walls, especially with the precision you described, is still the realm of science fiction. In the realm of science fiction. Okay, that's what they said, and I want to. That's why I said, let me get into my other notes, and we gonna see more. But even with that being said, it don't matter if they was. But first of all, they bugging me. So yes, they listen to us moan, have sex, and like I said, from the research I did, is this equipment can make 3D figures of you point blank paid. You know what I'm saying? So they can basically see a 3D imaging, you know what I'm saying, of what's going on. That's from the research, but I gotta get into my backups. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? I'm not on the paid version, and the paid version give you more in-depth details or whatever. AI and machine learning. So AI can do a lot of stuff, and I believe like they use it to send AI to, you know, send signals to the drivers and let them know the ride pass or the move and shit like that. It's not that I believe these scumbags is always monitoring us and doing things. No, but I believe it's definitely AI set up. And you know, like I said, but it is perverts that their response is immediate. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. Their response is immediate. Then just what they be doing and switching up their tactics and stuff be immediate. You know what I'm saying? Military grade and law enforcement military and law enforcement agencies do invest heavily in surveillance technology, but most of the assistance systems focus on general motion tracking. Most of them. So y'all gotta be most, son. That's why I say I gotta get the whole AI, the whole joint. Cause come on, son. Like, make sure you understand most, son. They didn't say all. They said most. You know what I mean? If such systems were to advance to the point where they could track minute facial expressions or detect subtle behavior patterns through walls, it would represent a significant leap forward. Let me let you understand this too. All of the technology that you see out here, that they letting you know is out here, is they far ahead of that. Wouldn't you expect and think your military should have equipment and surveillance equipment that nobody knows about? Would we trust them and to protect us if they was leaking all they no? They have to stay ahead of us a certain amount of years in releasing the technology that they release. You know what I'm saying? It's just point blank paid. They have to do that. You know what I'm saying? And you should expect it from your government that's supposed to protect you. You know what I mean? If they just letting everybody know everything they got and what they can do, no. But what is released already, y'all, is sickening. So just imagine what they got behind closed doors. And I'm telling you, even from this, even though I don't care, this still proves that these are some fucking psychopaths that we dealing with. Because regardless, if you trying to destroy a man mind, a family man mind, and make him even think these things, you a fucking scumbag. And that is the case. So it don't matter. But yes, they do perverted shit, point blank paid. These scumbags is listening to our Simone. I am going to get or do more research. Matter of fact, I should search it right now. I am, and I'm going to screen record this because we gonna ask them about. Actually, let's do it right now. Don't it make 3D imaging? I did have more to read, y'all, but we gonna let y'all read. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just screen record it and post it in the Alright, so here they go. Yes, 3D imaging plays a crucial role in some technologies you're referring to, especially when it comes to facial expression recognition and advanced surveillance systems. Here's how 3D imaging works in these contexts. 3D facial recognition and expression analysis. How 3D imaging works. Traditional 2D facial recognition relies on detecting facial features like the distance between eyes, nose, and mouth in flat to two-dimensional images. 3D facial recognition takes it a step further by using specialized cameras or sensors like infrared, my house, and like let me not do it. You know what I'm saying? Or structured light systems to capture or a detailed. Let's do this again, son. This is what I'm saying. If y'all don't know, this is why you do have to know certain things to research AI. Yeah, even using AI. Again, like infrared sensors or structured light systems to capture a detailed three-dimensional map of a person's face. So you think it's just detailed? No, these people was literally rubbing engines when my Johnson got hard, man. You know what I'm saying? When I say they fucking perverts, this is what I'm telling you. They could tell when my Johnson got hard, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Depth and accuracy. With 3D imaging, the system can more accurately map the shape and contours of a face. Do you think that's all it can map is a face? This allows it to detect subtle changes in expression, such as lifting the corners of the mouth, smile, squinting, blinking, so when I open my eyes, they can tell. Or even changes in muscle tension around the eyes, man. 3D facial expression recognition is more reliable because it takes into account depth and texture. Let's come on, son. Reducing the chances of error that can occur with 2D based systems. Common technology, structured light. The method used infrared light patterns projected onto the face to capture 3D images. And they just talking about the face, y'all. It's crazy. All right, let's go. 3D, I skipped some stuff, but we're going to go back through it, though. I mean, y'all going to go back through it. You know what I'm saying? 3D imaging and through-wall technology. When it comes to through-wall technology, through 3D imaging typically still faces significant challenges. Here's why. Resolution and detail. Technologies like radar and RF sensing can detect movement or heat through walls, but they don't have the high resolution detail needed for 3D imaging or facial expressions. Radar or RF signals can track the location of a person behind walls, but they do not provide the fine detail required to detect something as subtle as a smile. Well, something is, son. You know what I'm saying? And we, like I said, we're going to get into my backups, because my backups definitely told me it was. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, PB and the Morton O'Press is blocking me from signing into my accounts, y'all. Structural limitations. Walls are solid barriers, blocks that the kind of light or infrared radiation that would be needed for 3D imaging. Even with radar or radio frequency tomography, whatever. I don't even know what that is. I gotta look it up. Tomography. Capturing a person's detailed face in 3D through a wall isn't currently feasible. However, advancements are happening in using microwave imaging, or that's what we gotta do, because I told y'all about the microwave weapons. Again, I can be wrong in different situations, you know, especially if I'm talking about hacking and I'm saying how I'm being hacked. I might think I'm being hacked a certain way, but these people do so fucking much that it could be a different way. You know what I'm saying? But no, I've been made reports about microwave weapons and that they were using microwave weapons out in Morton. Check that podcast out on the other True I Speak podcast page and Facebook group. Both of them is going to be on there. I'm sharing it to both of them. So yeah, through so we going to have to get into that too, because through microwave weapons, oh man, they can affect so much, even your health. And these cowards are using this stuff out here. You know what I'm saying? I believe they gave me MS, multiple sclerosis, through this, man. I only injured my hand through a work miscomp incident. After that, they had these scumbags in the black man house that lived next door to me. He was working with Anthony Auto Salon. Like I said, and they was doing shit fucking with me. They would put something in my attic where as though that shit, it does, man. And that's what I be telling my children's mother about them and how they're affecting my children's health. They have shit that fuck with your dreams, fuck with your sleep, disturb all of these things. So yes, microwave weapons have to be taken into account. This stuff can affect your devices and manipulate your devices, overheat them, hack you, help hack. We gotta do research on it, y'all. We gotta show the research on it, y'all, because I have a lot of, like I said, all of this stuff was in my backups. This is what they be preventing. So definitely check out the other True I Speak podcast page, because this is what I mainly was exposing, the tactics, devices, and stuff that they do on that page. This page I started just to show, you see what the page is titled. We had to put a flashlight, a spotlight on Predator Bill and the Morton Oppressors, man. Cause these people out here infiltrating my family out here. You know what I'm saying? And just oppressing me. And this is the main people involved with it, so they gonna be held the fuck accountable first. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. But yo, I'm gonna get out of here. Now all of this stuff, because it is still useful, and the one thing I want y'all to take into account is the technology, the stuff that they've proven it can do, and how these scumbags are using it on my house. Again, they have my house bugged, so they hear everything I say and everything I do. You know what I'm saying? And it just is what it is. And at the same time, I don't give a fuck. They make noise while we're having sex. They make noise, you know what I'm saying, at different times. They antagonize and you know, put fear into my family. And this is what these fucking white supremacist bitches do. You know what I'm saying? And bend on. You know what I'm saying? Now, me as a man, what the fuck what I supposed to do? I don't know about all these technologies. Only thing I can do is research them when people are doing certain things to me. You know what I'm saying? So it just is what it is in that regard. Because most of y'all, I'm pretty sure y'all don't know that this shit even exists. And I'm telling you, it get deeper. They don't want me getting into my notes, because my notes definitely reveal it. You know what I'm saying? And they is on AI ass, for sure. They definitely on AI ass. You know what I mean? Trying to suppress certain things. So yeah, we definitely gotta research these things and figure them out. But yeah, this is what they use. Dumbing the fire department. Again, the fire department be involved. They use their sirens and stuff like that. And I don't even feed into it, because I ain't gonna play that game. I'm not gonna try to distinct which actual stuff is real and not real. But yeah, they do it at specific times when they want to get to me. So that's how I do know it be targeting me. Now, if you are dealing with this, you know, you could document the shit that's happening. I would document, you know, they sound and the date and time that is happening, in case somebody got to pull those logs. What the fuck was you making noise with our trucks, son? Because we pay for them fucking trucks, not them. Unless they're privately owned town that is paying for their own shit. We pay for that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't own that shit. That's why I say they be out here big frauding. Big frauding out here, son. We the real bosses. I'm out of here.